Well, this video and the next one will deal with revisions because it's a two-part process. Part one, we're going to cover right now on teaching revisions. And some of this is going to be teaching the student to also receive constructive criticism in their revision process. So the first thing you want to do is, again, have the student read through, see if there's anything that they've decided they want to change. I personally, when I'm working with my clients, working on, because I've ghostwritten a number of books and also revised and done content edits on dozens and dozens and dozens of books, of novels, and probably at least 100 nonfiction books. And this is a part of the process, is letting it go stale. That's what I call it, is going stale. It's when we set a book aside so it's not fresh in our mind, and we come back, or a story, and we come back and look at it again and go, what did I mean there? Or, ooh, I want to add something else to that. I was thinking of that later. I would typically say this would be a week-long process, and each day you do a new piece. That's how I would suggest doing it if it were in a classroom or homeschool setting. So in this part, we're teaching revisions by looking through first and then writing a rough draft. So writing it all out in a clear form, because we've been answering questions and now we're putting it into full sentences. This is where it is extremely important as teachers, maybe paraprofessionals, parents, that we do not put words in the student's mouth. We ask them the questions and let them give us their words, and we ask for clarification. So we write the story down. If we have pictures for supports, especially with younger kids, or like if we've clipped something out of a magazine, found it online, or if we're working with students who need visual supports, have those paper clipped or glued or however you're going to do it. Remember, this is a rough draft, so we don't want to have it in a final form. So it's probably best to like paper clip or just hold it there. But have them organize their thoughts. And then after that, you're going to have them trade with one or more peers. The peers are then going to not evaluate whether the story is interesting or not, but ask questions for clarification or say things that they wanted to know more about. Like if they really liked that there was a snowstorm, they might want to ask, how much snow was there? How long was the snowstorm? How long were they stuck in traffic? They don't want to say, that's stupid, it doesn't snow in Southern California. That would not be what we do. We are asking them to develop further ideas that the reader likes, or clarify things that aren't clear. Like, you said she here, which she is it, mom or the little girl? Things like this. And this is what we do as professional writers and as adults. So you want to ask the reader, the person who's reading for the student, do you understand what is happening? And how does it make you feel? Is there anything that you want clarification on? Are there things that you would like to hear more about? After they've done that, they'll write it down or check boxes or however you're setting it up based on the students in your class. And you will then give that feedback back to the initial student. This is where the student then has to learn to look at, if they had multiple readers, do they see the same issue popping up each time? Do they want to incorporate that feedback into their story? And again, this is where it's very important that we do not guide the student and force them to do it the way we see. We're trying to teach them the creative process. Maybe they want it ambiguous. There's plenty of authors who do that, and it's okay. If it's out of laziness, you can evaluate that and maybe kind of encourage them to add some more details. But if they have a reason, like, I don't want them to know how long the snowstorm was, it's a secret, leave it alone. Let it be ambiguous. Let the student in the creative process work through that idea. So now that they've incorporated the information from their fellow reader and they've done their first draft, they're going to add in the information and work on final revisions. And that will be covered in our next video. I will see you on video number 4, final revisions.